I voted for none of this. He's doing the exact opposite of everything I voted for.
Kind of shocking, not really, but here we have another clip from the podcast sphere. The podcast circle sphere, the Rogan sphere, the the bro podcast circle that basically Trump rode to the election, that supported him all the way through and pretty much got him elected this time around. Is we're only 6 months in, and they are not even like quietly turning on him, just like full-throatedly coming out and saying what the fuck is going on here. So this is from the Flagrant podcast with Andrew Schulz, and I just started watching it. I was finding myself a bit surprised at the forcefulness that they were discussing this with. Let me go ahead and play it out, and we'll kind of react to it together and have some thoughts.
The most logical thing.
I believe that about Trump. I believe when Trump, everything he campaigned on, I believe he wanted to do. And now he's doing the exact opposite thing of every single fucking thing.
I don't know what he's done. Yeah, exactly to your point. If you tell me, it's easier for me to believe you wanted to do all these things if any of them were happening in the way that you said they would.
To that point, like there'll be people that they'll DM me and be like, you see what your boy's doing? You voted for this. I'm like, I voted for none of this. He's doing the exact opposite of everything I voted for. Yeah. I want him to stop the wars. He's funding them. I want him to shrink spending, reduce the budget. He's increasing it. It's like everything that he said he's going to do.
This is the really, really frustrating part about politics nowadays, is that people that really I don't want to say pay attention to this, but people that just sort of understand what's going on saw that when Trump was saying these things, when talk about shrinking the budget, for example, we know he was going to increase the military budget, and we knew he was looking to do tax cuts. So you just take those two things on their face, the budget's not going to go down, or the deficit's not going to go down, it's going to go up, right? In his first term, Trump wasn't, he wasn't a dove, he wasn't anti-war or not aggressive on the world stage. He was, bombing, dropping the mother of all bombs and bombing in, Afghanistan and Syria and letting Israel do, all these. It's like we knew he was going to be doing all this stuff. It's just the people that got duped, like your Andrew Schulz and like the other people in the Rogan sphere, didn't. I don't know. You guys had to be better, and maybe you'll pay better attention next time. But this is just fucking inexcusable.
Except sending immigrants back. And now he's even flip-flopped on that, which I kind of like. But he's like, oh, well, we kind of need the people working in restaurants, and we need our farmers. It's like everything that he said that he was going to do, that he campaigned
Well, he said
really
to
hard
us, which was important, and I thought it was good. You pressed him on it. Well, you got to start with the criminals in terms of deporting. I don't even know if the criminals are getting sent back. I know there's a lot of people with green cards getting sent back. There's people who aren't criminals getting sent back. I don't know if you're sending back the criminals first. You're definitely not doing it first. I don't know if you're sending them back at all. So nothing has happened.
And you were...
Wow, nothing has happened. Holy shit.
More optimistic than I was, because I judge him by his first four, and it was Mr. Drain the Swamp, Mr. Build the Wall, Mr. He didn't do a lot of the stuff he promised in the first four, so why would anything...
I already expect politicians to not do most of the shit they say. Mm-hmm. And now, and I don't want to be too cynical, but now I'm getting to the point where it's can they do anything? I think the reason why, and I don't know if this is necessarily intelligent, but I think the reason why Mamdani is exciting to people is the same reason why Trump was exciting to people. When you are so fed up with the status quo,
1000%.
When you feel like the status quo will do nothing and change nothing, you have way more of a longer leash for the outsiders' ideas than you do the status quo's ideas. Yeah. Whatever Cuomo says, I don't even know if I believe it, because he's status quo. Mm-hmm. Yeah. So I'm like, it's just going to be the same old fucking bullshit. Mamdani comes in with these wild ideas that he cannot do. Most of them, he literally just physically cannot do them. But people are so, and I'm putting this under quotes, desperate for something else. They're like, maybe he'll pull it off. Mm-hmm. And I think that was the idea with Trump. It was like, maybe he will stop these wars. No.
Yeah, and I think the difference is Mamdani actually believes in what he's saying. He actually has convictions, and he actually has a moral compass and code and a desire to do these things. Trump is just a big grift. Trump, just everything he does is a political calculation and transactional, right? Everything that Trump does is just transactional, okay? So when Mamdani says that he wants to do something, he's going to do it. When Trump says he's going to do something, that's just what the political winds were telling him to do at the time, and he probably abandoned it later.
Maybe we will see what's up with this Epstein shit. No.
And I'll take this a step further with what we talked about. We talked about on Patreon with Mamdani. I like that he might even endeavor to do these things.
Yeah.
that was the term we kept using. I don't even see Trump endeavoring to do any of the things that he said he was going to do. Seems like he's just as much. The big problem with Kamala, I didn't vote for Trump, but I didn't look at Kamala like she was exciting because it was the same exact thing. Trump is Kamala. I don't know if this country is any different depending on who gets elected.
I think
that's bullshit. That, I mean, that's, you can't, I mean, like, would we be bombing Iran and like be on the precipice of World War III? Would Doge have gone in and made all these cuts to all of these different government organizations and aid organizations and the National Weather Service and Social Security Administration and the Consumer Financial Protection Bureau? Would they have just passed a giant bill that funds, subsidizes oil and gas industry and cuts green energy and cuts Medicaid by $1 trillion and even Medicare and student loan program? Like, no, none of that would have been happening. So to say that they're the same is just completely ridiculous.
I think that he did try. That is, and again, I might look at this through like, was it rose-colored glasses? But like, I think he did try. Like, I think with the wars, he literally did try. I think earnestly he's talking to Putin, thinking he can make it happen. But I also think his hubris got the best of him. Like, I think he's going, yeah, I'm just going to go over there and tell him that we're going to do no more wars. And then he realized, oh shit, Putin really wants to reunite the Soviet Union. Like,
that's the thing. Like, Trump is a business person, like a business negotiator, and I don't know if he anticipated the ideologues.
Yes.
You know what I mean? I don't think Trump is like a pure ideologue. Like, I don't think he's like, we need to make a Christian nation because that is what matters. I think he's just like a business guy. Yeah. And then he's dealing with someone like Putin that is ostensibly a pure ideologue, or like the Ayatollah that is ideological in all of their politics.
Yeah.
And then when he gets into that position, he's like, well, what leverage do I have? These people are willing to die for their country. They're willing to do anything to further their agenda. Like, there's no reason that can be had because it's purely ideological and not fiscal.
He can't meet them at an economic breaking point. Mm-hmm. When you're a businessman, you can find something the other team wants, right?
He can with Bibi.
Say again?
Yeah.
He can. He can absolutely do that with Bibi.
I don't know if that's true.
All right, well, we'll leave it at that. Seems like there's a lag for some people when it comes to figuring out if a person is bullshitting or if what they say is what they're really going to do, or especially in the realm of politics, to be able to recognize sort of who's the good guy, who's the bad guy, or who, which is going to be the better of the two choices moving forward. You look at these people sort of making all these realizations now that Trump is actually in there. And it's like, we had 4 years of Trump to be able to study this and diagnose this and understand it. And you still weren't able to realize that this guy's completely full of shit, bullshit or fucking con artist. And now here you are 6 months in. It only took 6 months in for you to realize, like, holy shit, I think we made a big mistake. So anyway, hey, at least I'm glad to see that they're publicly talking about it. It definitely bodes well. It bodes badly for Trump moving forward in the midterms, and especially for 2028. They're going to need all the political capital they can get. But they're just completely off base, man. Their policies were never going to be popular once they were implemented. It's not what the American people need. We need massive social reform. We need a massive reorganization, restructuring, reorientation of the U.S. economy in a way that benefits the middle class and the lower income workers to be able to transition to this, new tech future that is leaving a lot of people behind. And Trump is not doing that. If anything, they're pouring gasoline and accelerating us in the exact wrong direction, as predicted. Unfortunately, Andrew Schulz and the Rogans of the world weren't able to see that and understand that. And that's why we are where we are. Anyway, let me know what you guys think. Drop a comment and like the video, subscribe, and I hope to see you guys in the next one.